Hi and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the DOMS watercolor cake set, which is of 12 shades, and you also get a free brush inside this pack. So this kit is for about INR 100 and I'm so excited to try this out. So I think I have tried out similar kits before. One is of 24 or 36 colors and the other one is 24 colors, and this is one of the smallest ones in the same style of these circular ones, which is of 12 colors. So let's unbox this and see if it is worth getting it for 100. Such a cute little kit. I love the color of it. It's a nice royal blue, and even your brush is the same style. So let's open this. And this section, you can use it as a palette. So these are the 12 colors. I can see there is some pigment, green pigment in my yellow, which is a little strange. I haven't felt or seen something like this in their other colors, but I hope it doesn't stay like this once I add water. So here's the brush. It says it's synthetic hair. So these are generally for protecting your brush. You don't have to use it again. You don't have to try and put it back. It's just a one-time thing. So once the packaging is removed, take it off. And it'll be pretty stiff the first time you get any brushes like this, because what happens is you will have some gum. So all you need to do is get some water, and once you dip this in water, you will notice that the brush becomes pretty soft. That's how you use them. So I'm going to first test out a little bit of all of these colors. Let's create some swatches and then we'll paint something with it. So I'm using 300 GSM watercolor sheet to test out these colors. I would recommend you to do the same thing. Please try and get watercolor sheets to do watercolor painting, because it gets much easier. It's really nice that way. So I see that the green pigment is still seen inside. Hopefully our color is not having the green dots in it. So when I try to do gradation, you can see how beautiful this is. I'll show you the next one in close up. Getting some water, and it gradates so beautifully. So here are all the colors, all the 12 colors. There's some white which you can't see very clearly because it's on white paper. And I love all of the colors. They are very bright and vibrant. So let's try and make something with this now. I'm going to make a cute little fruit ball. So we'll add like a few pieces of fruit inside. So that way we can use most of the colors. Maybe there are some grapes. I'll add an orange over here, maybe a pear. Alright, so let's start painting. I'm going to use the same brush. We'll zoom in a little bit and try and start painting. The brush is fine, the size is okay. It's not too small, so you can use it quite well. I'm going to do like a little bit of gradation. And you can see that the colors blended quite well, and it's quite nice to use them. Okay. So we'll wait for this to dry before we attempt this. So let's work on the orange. You can hear some beautiful birds in the background. I'm not sure if it's audible through my mic right now. So the orange is done. While these dry, I'm going to add for the bowl. Let's make like a nice brown bowl. So since I'm using 300 GSM, it's really easy for me to do all of these watercolor techniques. You may find it hard if you're doing this on regular paper. So just keep practicing. If you don't have the means to get this paper, if you're not aware of how to get this particular one is Canson paper, and it's one of the most beginner friendly papers that I've been using for a really long time. So you could get this, but if you're unable to get this, don't worry. Whatever paper you have, just start practicing with that. Don't get disheartened if your results are not perfect. You just need to get the hang of using these paints. So we'll go to the pear now. I want it to be more greenish yellow. Add some basic leaves. We can do an outline if we want to, either like similar color or a different one. So while the pear dries, I am going to add for the bananas. And a little bit of black. Okay. Let's move to the last one now, which is the apple. So smooth. I love the colors. The pigment is pretty strong, and you don't get these grains. So normally when the paints are not very nice, you will get very grainy texture and it looks really bad. I hate when it is like that. And thankfully this one is not that way. So it's pretty good. So I'm just going to wait for this to dry for a few minutes, and then you can see how it looks once it dries completely. And I'm going to use a black pen to do a little bit of an outline. It's not necessary, compulsory for you to do that. It's just something that I like doing. So I'm going to be doing that. So my painting has almost dried. What I mean by almost is it is still wet in a few areas, but I'm still going to do an outline. I wanted to show you this style as well. So I'm going to be using a fountain pen. This is the Sailor Fluid, and basically it gives you an idea of the different things that you can do with your watercolor painting. So the nib is basically bent like this at an angle. This is a 55-degree angle pen, so it's used for calligraphy, and you can also give like dark, thick and thin lines with it. So I think the painting looks very interesting that way. So if you have like calligraphy pens, you can use that, or you could just like make thick and thin lines with any other medium that you have with you. So I'm just going to do that. It's not always necessary to have the best art supplies. You can do the best things that you want with whatever you have with you as well. So like today we have used student grade paints, and I'm using an almost professional pen for doing this. So like you can just mix and match stuff. I'm also doing this because it gives you an idea of the different things that are available. So as in when you get more into your art practice, you can decide if you want to get things like this as well. So this is my fruit bowl here. Let's add some lines. And it's ready. I love creating outlines of things. If you're not a fan, then you can skip doing that. You don't have to compulsorily do it. So let me zoom out and show you. So I love these paints. I'm a big fan of these. You would have seen a lot of videos of DOMs on my YouTube channel. If not, I will just put a link of the playlist in my description over here. And I hope today's video was useful for you to understand if these paints work for you, if the needs of yours are met through this. If you're a beginner, then I highly recommend you to get this. You can also get their other sets which have 24 and 36 colors as well. So enjoy painting, create a lot of art, and I will see you soon for the next video. Bye bye.